Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this time I'll be making a really nice creamy herb chicken. This is a really simple recipe, but it's one of the best ways of eating chicken. I really love it and I can't wait to make it. So first I have my chicken here, about 500 grams of chicken. You can use chicken thigh, breast, doesn't really matter. What matters is that I've cut them into little strips, little thin strips. Because if you're using chicken breast and you use big slabs, it's not gonna cook so well, so you wanna make sure you give them a little butterfly cut and make them little strips if you want, but you don't have to have strips, just make sure they're thin. So now I'm going to season my chicken. Obviously I'm using like salt and pepper and whatever, but the really important ingredient here is thyme. I feel like thyme just has that really nice smell that cuts through all the other flavors, but it's just a really nice smell. But make sure you don't put too much because it can be a little strong. I used about 3 teaspoons for all this chicken. Go easy on the thyme, but make sure you have thyme. I also used parsley, dried rosemary, and then finally, my final ingredient was a little bit of olive oil, because that also has a nice smell, and this dish is all about the fragrance. Has to smell really nice. So now to fry, you have like 2 options. You can throw on a lot of oil there, put the heat to like medium high and just fry it. You'll be done in about 5 minutes. But I want to make it kind of healthy and cook it really slow so that I don't use as much oil. And I also prefer to cook it a little bit slow because it cooks all the way through, and it just, you can have it crispy on the outside and be juicy on the inside. You can still have that when it's deep fried. It just, I don't know. I just don't want those calories. So I'm going to cook on low medium, flip, cook on low medium, flip, cook on low medium, I checked on it about 5 minutes every time, flipping every time through. I would say it took me about 20-25 minutes to cook this, which is pretty long. That's not very nice and lazy. It is nice and easy, it's just not nice and lazy, but I just didn't want to use a lot of oil, Decide how you want to do it. If you don't mind the extra calories, you can go ahead and fry it, deep fry it, but I went ahead and made it like this. So your chicken is done when it's nice and red on both sides and it's cooked all the way through. Obviously you want to make sure that it's not pink anymore. If your chicken is pink, it's still raw. Now, nice and seared on both sides. That's how the chicken is cooked to perfection, okay? When it's just that right color of red on both sides, not just on one side, and it's not like brown, it's red. Seared on both sides, and when you cut it through, it's nice and white on the inside, and it cuts easy. It rips apart easy. It's gonna be crispy. It's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be so good. So now for the sauce. The sauce is really simple, even more simple than the chicken. I went ahead and I smashed some garlic and ginger that I'm now frying in some oil. I'm also gonna add a little bit of butter, just to make it a little nice and creamy, get some nice smell. Remember, this dish is all about the fragrance. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some herbs in here as well. I'm gonna add some salt, pepper, a little bit of chili. I think I added a little bit more chili than this dish normally gets, but I like spice. I like chili, man. But after you add your spices, your herbs, your garlic, your ginger, you want to add about a cup of milk, bring it to a boil, and then you want to add a little bit of cornstarch mixture. So it's about a tablespoon of water, a tablespoon of cornstarch that I, whisked up together. I'm adding it in there, and you want to cook on low medium heat and make sure you're stirring constantly because it will burn up. And you're just stirring and cooking until you reduce it enough, until the sauce is creamy as you want it to be. When it's creamy enough, you stop. If for some reason you get it too creamy, I don't know how that would happen, but if you do, just add some water, stir again, you'll be fine, okay? Now we're gonna reintroduce the chicken into the sauce. Cook it in there for like a minute or so just to get the chicken warm, really, because it got cold in that time. You're not trying to cook it again, you're not trying to reduce the sauce more. Just to get the chicken warm, you're done. That's the recipe though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a really delicious dish. You should definitely try it. Nice and easy, but more importantly, nice and lazy.